I'm a licensed massage therapist, and I have a client. He's a 71-year-old male. He's retired, very active, travels the world, high energy, all that stuff. And last year he was suffering from nagging back pain, lower back pain, and we were working on it. And so he went to this center and they did an MRI on him to see where they were going to put the epidural. Then it came back that he had lesions on his liver and his spine. And he came to me with that information right after he got the MRI results. And I went, okay. This was, I guess it's a little emotional because this is right after my dad passed, and he's, a really nice man, and he feels fatherish to me, even though he's a great client. But I said, you know what, this is the precipice of your life. You could honorably exit stage left and die of cancer, or you can take the challenge and heal your life. And so I introduced him to Dr. Joe Dispenza's Blessings of the Energy Centers, started talking about that theory of bringing in your future healed self, and we started talking about that. And he's a very open-minded individual, which is fabulous, and he was very intrigued about that. So we listened to the beginning of the Blessings of the Energy Center where Dr. Joe explains the atom and goes on. Our deal was he was going to come in as much as possible, which ended up weekly, but we were going to do craniosacral therapy session while listening to the meditation. And then he got a copy of the Blessings of the Energy Center and started listening to them at home. So they got a PET scan and a biopsy, and this is the PET scan. And on the left is his PET scan before, and this was around October 9th of last year. So this is the left side before. So with what happened was when they came back with all the information, he had 10 tumors in his head. He had metastasized cancer in his liver, along his spine, in the femur, in his lungs. Basically, the doctor said you have about 6 months to live if you don't do anything, the curse. And the doctors laid down the curse. So the good news, though, because he had been doing the meditations and we were really doing interactive stuff, going, okay, we're going to go future health. We're going to get rid of the cancer before even any treatment comes to us, right? We're going to open the possibilities of a greater treatment, right? It turns out the good news was that the type of cancer turned out to be melanoma. And with that, they developed an immunotherapy shot of Opdivo and Yervoy, which was 4 sessions and every 3 weeks. Except the first session doesn't count because it's delayed 30 days. So he basically had like 4 or 5 weeks where nothing was happening. So again, he was coming to me. We were doing weekly sessions, craniosacral therapy. I yelled at him a couple times because he would refer to his food as anti-cancer. And I'm like, get cancer out of you. You're giving energy to cancer. Get it out of there, Just, it's your health shake. Go for health. Get cancer out of your mind, And he'd be like, okay. Yes, ma'am. The first infusion shot was 10/21. And then the first really good news about this whole thing, because doctors and the missus were all very skeptical. They're like, oh my God, you're gonna die. It's set in stone, right? And in 12/2 of 2020, had another PET scan, and they had seen that the tumors in his brain has actually shrank. And all the tumors along his spine were shrinking, and some of them were even gone. Go January, he went back, and most of his tumors were gone. He'd been listening to him and his wife. Actually, his wife joined him, and he started listening to the Blessings of the Energy Centers like 4 or 5 days a week, right? And come 4/15, he cured himself of cancer. He has no more tumors. They were worried that the bones were going to collapse because the tumors were shrinking so fast. And so 4/15, his bones are actually better than before. He grew back his bones better than before. It's incredible. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here, one of many.